All right, here we go. Hi, everybody. So I'm back with Lily here. So Lily, a couple of days ago, we were supposed to have our session, and I know that you weren't feeling too well. How are you feeling today?
Better.
Yeah, you feeling okay to do the session today?
Yeah.
Okay, we brought a special guest here. If you all want to say hi, we have Tucker who wanted to join us, making Lily feel a little bit better today too. So in our last session, we focused on problems. So the reason why we were focusing on how to solve problems is something I was talking about with your mom is at this particular age, we tend to come into situations where we have problems and we don't always know how to deal with them. So in the realm of speech and language, we refer to this area of language as pragmatics. Have you heard about pragmatics before?
No.
Okay, so pragmatics is the word that we use to describe social language, which is how you interact with people. So that could be like your facial expressions, your tone of voice, anything along that line.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so last week, can you tell me what we did last week?
We went over like cause and effect, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
and like how would you react, kind of.
Yeah, so we talked about different problems, and we talked about the immediacy. So whether a problem needed to be solved now versus later.
Yeah.
And you did. You gave me really great ideas of different types of solutions that we can use to be able to solve those problems. So this week we're going to do something similar. We're going to look at problems, and we're going to take it one step further because you did really well. I want to see if we can identify who you can talk to help solve the problem and what you might say. So we're going to add in that communication component. So one of the problems that we had last week was you have a friend that keeps looking at your test. Do you remember who you said you would go to for help in this situation?
The teacher?
Yeah, so there we go. So perfect. So last week you identified that a solution could be you could go to the teacher for help if somebody was looking at your test. What might you say to that teacher?
I think that there's someone that might be looking at my test and could be cheating.
Okay, that's perfect. So you just identified the problem. You told the teacher the problem. You think there's somebody that's looking at your test. And in that situation, is there anybody else that you could talk to as well?
Yes, the principal, maybe?
The principal. So if this was a continued issue and you and the teacher, had difficulty with this student because he continued to cheat on multiple people's tests, the principal might be involved?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that solution. So what we're going to do today is I have some numbers for you to pick from. Based on the number that you pick from, we're going to read a problem scenario, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like me to read the scenarios this week, or would you like to read them?
I could read them.
Okay, perfect. So pick a number.
7.
7.
Should I like it?
Yeah, you can sit it on the side. That's perfect. All right, here we go.
You are in your reading class and you realize that you left your folder in your locker. Your homework that is due is in the folder.
So is this a problem that you would want to solve now, or is this something that can be solved at a later time?
Now.
Yes, and why is it something that needs to be solved now?
Because it's due, your homework's due that day, and it's in your locker.
Yes, definitely. So the problem is that the homework is due and you don't have it with you in class. Who could you talk to?
The teacher, to go get it.
And what would you say to the teacher?
I accidentally left my folder in my locker. Can I go get it because I have my homework in there?
Perfect. That is a great statement that you can say to the teacher. You stated what happened, the problem, and you came up with a solution that you were able to tell the teacher. So you're taking ownership of that situation, taking control of it. Very good. You can pick another number.
6.
Ooh, a 6. Okay. Here we go.
You get a present for your birthday from a family member, but you realize it's something you already own. Later?
Yeah, so why is this something we can solve later?
Because it's not like an immediate problem that you have to solve now.
Exactly. And so what is the problem in this situation?
You got something that you already have for your birthday.
So yeah, you got a present and it's something you already own. So for this situation, getting a present that you already have, who would you want to talk to help you solve this problem?
Maybe a parent or the person who got you the present.
Good. And in case of the parent, what would you say to your mom or your dad about the present?
Can we return the present to get something else because I already own this?
Very good. So in that, you stated that you already have the presents, you stated what the problem was, and then you also gave a solution to your parents to see if they could help you as well. So you said, can we go return this? So that's really good. So in your statement to your parent, you made it very clear what you wanted to do. So you gave me a nice action. All right. So you can pull another number.
10.
You've got a 10. Okay. Let's see here. Here we are.
You are rushing to get ready for school but cannot find the missing shoe to your favorite pair of shoes. Now?
Okay, so for this situation, why would we say now?
Because you're rushing to get to school and you can't find the other shoe.
Okay, so in this scenario, we have you're rushing to get to school, but you can't find the missing shoe to your favorite pair of shoes. So it is an immediate problem because you can't find the other shoe.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to walk barefoot to school?
Yeah.
So who could we talk to that might be able to help you find that shoe?
Maybe a family member that might know where it is.
And what would be something you'd say to them?
Can you please help me find my other shoe? I'm about to be late for school.
Very good. So in that statement, you told that family member the problem, and you made it very clear what you needed help with. So you made it very clear the action that they could do to help you. It's very good. Okay, you can pick another number.
4.
4. By the way, has that actually happened to you? Or you can't find something before school?
I don't think so, no.
You are very lucky. That's a consistent theme in my life. I'm always last minute looking for something when I'm trying to get out the door. All right, what's this next one say?
You want to see a new movie that is coming out in a few weeks, but you do not have enough money to pay for a ticket. Later?
Very good. So yeah, that's definitely something you can solve later. Do you know why?
Because the movie's in a couple weeks and you have time to earn the money.
Yeah, I like that keyword you gave me, you have time. So you have about 2 weeks to be able to come up with that money. Mm-hmm. Who is a person that you can talk to that can help you solve this scenario?
Maybe a friend that could help you with money, or maybe a family member.
Okay, so let's talk about the friend. What is something you can say to your friend that would help you come up with a solution to this problem?
Is there a way that you could help me with the money and maybe you could see the movie with me and I could pay you back?
That's very good. So you let them know your current situation, that you're not able to afford it. You also in that statement let them know that you really want to see it with them, and you made it clear that you will be able to pay them back. How would you end up paying them back? What might you be able to do?
Maybe chores, a job.
Good. So for chores, who could you talk to be able to do chores?
A parent.
Okay, and what would you say to your parent in that situation?
I have to pay a friend back because they gave me money to see a movie with them. So would I be able to do chores to earn money to give them money back?
I like your statement. Again, you made it very clear what you need to do in this situation. You made them know what the problem was, and you gave a solution to them of, hey, if I do chores, I'm doing something for you, and maybe you can help me out by lending me some money that I can give to my friends. It's really good. All right, you can pick another number.
2.
2. Here we are.
You are in a math class working on an assignment that is due at the end of the period. You are stuck on a problem and do not know how to solve it. Now?
Mm-hmm. Good. So what's the problem in the situation?
You're working on an assignment that is due at the end of class.
Yeah, so we have an assignment that's due at the end of class.
You don't know how to solve it.
Yeah, so there's that problem that you don't know how to solve. So in this situation, who's a person that you could talk to?
The teacher?
Yeah, and what would you say to the teacher?
I need help with how to solve it.
Yeah, so you were able to tell the teacher that you have a problem that you're unsure on how to solve and that you need help with it. It's very good. Also, I like that you're able to easily pick out who you could go to.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you be able to give me another person that might be able to help you out with this?
A classmate.
A classmate. Awesome. And what might you say to that classmate?
Do you know how to do this? And if you can you help me?
Yeah, that's another resource. So sometimes when you're doing these types of projects in class or these assignments, you're allowed to work with a partner. So you can always ask a peer, because what you might not understand, they may be able to help you with, because they may have got that concept. So I like that you're able to give me 2 different people that you can go to for help in this situation. All right, you can pick another number.
1.
Oh, 1. Let's see here.
We keep on going down.
I know. Maybe let me mix these up a little bit better. All right. Here you are.
You're in the mall with your best friend. You go into your favorite store. Your best friend picks up a really cool shirt and quickly stuffs it in her book bag. She tells you that she does it all the time and has never gotten caught. You feel sick to your stomach. Now?
Mm-hmm. And so in this situation, do you know what word it is to describe what your friend just did?
Stealing or shoplifting.
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, those are both 2 words that you can use for somebody who is taking something that they have not paid for. Who would you talk to in this kind of situation?
Maybe like a cashier, like a worker.
So, okay, so that's definitely a individual that you could talk to in the situation. But this is one of your really close friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you told the cashier that your friend stole, what do you think is going to happen to her?
She might get in trouble.
Yeah, so that is a solution. If you do go to the cashier, you can tell her what happened. But in that situation, also, the connection between you and your friend, do you think that might be something that might make you hesitate before getting the cashier?
Yeah.
Yeah, so although that is definitely the correct thing to do in that situation, it might be a very difficult thing to solve in that moment, because you might be afraid to go to that cashier. So is there somebody else in your life that you can talk to about this that might be able to get your friend help?
Maybe another friend.
Okay.
Might be friends with them.
Yeah, so you could go to another friend and explain the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What might you tell that friend?
Is there a way that you could maybe like persuade to have her like put it back, because she could get in serious trouble for stealing?
Okay, so I like those words that you used. So if there was another friend with you in this situation, you could ask that friend if maybe they have a better way that they could talk to this friend to get her not to do that. Another solution that I was thinking of, if for some reason you weren't able to solve it right then and there, could you possibly talk to a parent, either your parent or somebody else's parent about it?
Yeah.
Would you feel comfortable doing that, talking to a parent about it?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think you might say to that parent?
I have a friend that says that she does it, that she robs, like, well, yeah.
Shoplifts?
Yeah. Shoplifts, from the store all the time, and she's about to do it again. Is there a way that you could help us since you're an adult?
I like that. You gave me a really good solution there. You stated, it's okay, baby. You stated who you can go to. So now you know you can go to an adult in a situation like this. You stated what the problem is and what makes you uncomfortable. And you're asking for help. You found another solution to this scenario. So that's really good. All right, you can pick another number.
8.
8. Let's see here. Here's your 8.
You see a dog chained outside. It's over 100 degrees outside. Nobody seems to be at the dog's home. And the dog does not have any shade or water. Now?
Okay, yeah. So this one's actually something I personally experienced. So the dog's outside, chained up. Nobody's home. There's no water. The dog seems, like he's dehydrated, very uncomfortable. So you said you would solve this now. Okay, so what is the problem in this situation?
The dog is chained up outside when it's like really hot and he has nothing to like help him.
Exactly. So, who would you go to in a situation like this?
Maybe an animal shelter, or maybe a friend.
Okay, so you might go to an animal shelter or a friend. If you were to go to an animal shelter, what would you say to them?
Is there like a way that you could help us, like contact the owner or give them water or something?
Okay, so in that scenario, you gave me two different people that you can go to. Okay, and as far as your solution, you stated what you would want to tell them, that there is a dog that needs help. So because this one is a little bit tricky, I do like the solution you gave me. You could actually call 911. I learned this actually going through this experience, that you can call 911 and it's an okay situation and just tell them what's going on, and they'll be able to contact the appropriate services that will be able to help with that to make sure the dog gets water. Or because you are a child, who do you think you might be able to contact that?
Parent?
Yeah. What would you say to your mom or dad?
This dog needs help. It has no food or water or anything, and it's really hot and chained up.
Mm-hmm. And do you think it's okay to tell them that I don't know what to do in this situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be some times where you run into situations like this where you just absolutely have no idea what's the right or wrong thing to do. But the good thing about this is you were able to indicate to me that there was a problem and a solution there needed to be a solution to it. Okay, that's very good. All right, we have a few more. You want to pick another number?
9.
9. Alrighty. Here we go.
There's a guy in your class that is always mean to you. He always bumps you when he walks by and calls you names. He knocks stuff out of your hands and makes you feel stupid. You don't think you can take it anymore. Now.
Okay, and what's the problem in this situation?
There's a guy that always kind of bullies you and
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. You're able to give me the action for what that guy is doing to you. So he is bullying you. Who would you go to?
Maybe the principal.
Okay. Are there any other faculty members, staff members at your school that specifically would be able to deal with bullies that you can think of?
Counselor.
There we go. That's the word I was looking for. So a counselor is a perfect person to go to in a situation that has to do with bullying. And what might you say to that counselor when you're with them?
Is there a way that you could help me solve this and stop them, or maybe you could talk to the guy that bullies me?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could talk to me and help me get through it, or talk to the or could you talk to the principal about it?
Yeah, very good. So in the situation when it finally gets to that point and you feel comfortable to go to the counselor, you definitely want to state those things, state what's going on, obviously who's bullying you, and then is there any way that they can help you? Mm-hmm. What if we change the situation a little bit though? What if this person was bullying you and you don't feel comfortable going to that counselor, but the counselor gets notified and ends up pulling you into their office to talk about it? Do you think you would feel comfortable stating to them what you just told me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's very good. That's good to know. It's very important that if something like this is going on, that you're able to talk to the right kind of people that can help you. So in this situation, you're able to give me not only one, but two different people that you can go to that can help with the situation. So you're in an elementary school, so a counselor and a principal would be both perfect people to go to. So have you ever had situations like this or know anybody that had to go through anything like that?
No, I don't think so.
Very good. Well, now you know what to do if something like that happens, right? All right, I think we have two more. So Let's see what we have. They're stuck together.
Yeah. 3.
3, okay. Here we go.
You were playing catch outside with a friend. When you throw the ball, your friend misses and the ball goes through the neighbor's window. Now.
Mm-hmm.
Because you broke the neighbor's window.
Yeah, so the problem in the situation is you broke the window. Good. And who would be an appropriate person to talk to about this situation?
Maybe a parent.
Good. And what would you say to the parent?
We were playing catch and we accidentally broke our neighbor's window. Is there a way that you could talk to them?
Very good. The thing that I'm noticing, and that I like, this is perfect, is whenever I ask you who you can talk to and what would you say, you're able to tell that person what happened, so the problem, and you're also able to ask them for help. You're putting both parts there. So you know exactly who to go to and what to say. So this is really good. There's another person I'm thinking about that you might be able to go to. Can you think of that person?
A neighbor?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the person's window that you broke, and this one's a little bit harder, so what do you think you might say to them?
We broke your window while playing catch on accident. Is there a way that we could help you, get a new window, maybe?
Yes. So you're able to tell that neighbor what happened, the situation, even though it's a really difficult situation, and you're able to offer help. So you know that you did something that caused a problem, but you're willing to fix it. Do you think if this actually happened in real life, it might be a little bit harder, though? Do you think there might be some emotions that come into play? Yeah, so the good thing is what we're working on now is we're working on just problem solving and thinking of solutions. That way, in a real life situation, when all the emotions are kind of adding into the scenario, you at least have this background knowledge to help get you through it. Okay, and we have one more. What number do you have?
5.
5. Here we go.
Your mom painted your room your favorite color, but it didn't turn out exactly the way you wanted it to. Later.
Mm-hmm. And so what's the problem here?
Your mom painted your room your favorite color, but you didn't like it, and it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to turn out.
So that last part didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. And why would you solve it later? You're right. That's a right answer. Correct. Is it an emergency?
No.
No, it's not life or death.
Yeah, because first of all, it's probably going to have to dry if it's not already dry. And it's not a big deal, what color your room is. Yeah, so it's okay. You can live with the color of your room even though it's not what you thought it would be like. And so for this here, this one's a little bit tricky, but who do you think you're going to talk to in this situation? Your mom.
Yeah, what would you say to your mom?
Thank you for painting my room, but I didn't like the way it turned out.
Okay, so you identified you'd want to talk to your mom. You gave her thanks because that's a lot of work. Painting a room is not the easiest thing. And you let her know that you appreciate what she did. Mm-hmm. So you appreciate the fact that she went out and painted your room. As far as repainting it goes, is there something you might be able to do or offer towards your mom to help with this problem?
Help her paint it.
There you go. That's exactly what I was looking at. So that way you're letting your mom know, hey, I appreciate all the hard work you did. It's not exactly what I wanted, but maybe next time I can help you paint it. So it's not so much work for her. Mm-hmm. All right, so we are done with this activity. You were able to, again, just like last time, tell me whether you need to solve the problem now or later. So it's really good. I love the solutions you came up with. They're very proactive, which means they're going to help solve that problem. And you're also able to help identify people you can go to and what you might say to those people. And something that I'm noticing, which is a really good thing, is when you're giving me these solutions, you're really thinking about how that other person feels in the situation. You're not just thinking about your own feelings, and that's a really great skill to have. Not everybody's able to do that. Okay? So for the next thing, we're switching it up. So last week, do you remember for that second activity, we took these scenarios and kind of took them a little further? Mm-hmm. Well, you're already doing that. So that's awesome. You're progressing way faster than I would have thought. You're doing amazing. So we're going to do something different. I'm going to have you read this social scenario. It's a story about other people. And so in this scenario, we're going to talk about what those people should do rather than what you should do. So we're taking you out of the equation this time. Mm-hmm. Think that's something you can do?
Yeah.
All right. So if you don't mind, we're going to read this out loud.
In the city of Pleasantary live 3 friends. These 3 friends names are Hope, McKenna, and Lori. The girls are in 6th grade and attend the same elementary school. Hope, McKenna, and Lori have been inseparable ever since they met, but recently that all has changed. Lori and McKenna have gotten into some sort of disagreement that has stemmed from both of them liking the same boy. McKenna had a crush on this boy named Tommy for a few months. She was hoping Tommy would ask her to the school dance, but he asked Lori instead, and she said yes. Hope now feels stuck in the middle of this situation because both McKenna and Lori keep gossiping to her about one another. Hope is upset because she likes both McKenna and Lori. Witnessing both of her best friends are talking bad about one another hurts Hope and makes hanging out unbearable. This weekend, there's this really good movie that is airing at the local movie theater. Prior to the drama that has occurred with Lori and McKenna, Hope had been talking about seeing the movie with both girls. Hope still wants to see the movie with both McKenna and Lori. She is unsure what to do because being stuck in the middle of her friend's quarrel
Mm-hmm.
is something that Hope cannot withstand much longer.
Good. And so that word that you kind of like question, quarrel, I put that in there. I wanted to see if you know what that meant. Do you know what quarrel means?
Like drama, maybe?
Good.
Problem?
So, yeah, if you look at the context of like the words that are around it in the situation, the quarrel is like some type of drama, battle, something going on, conflict. Very good. So, can you give me a little summary, a small summary of what just happened in the story?
3 girls are best friends, but 2 like the same boy.
Very good. Do you remember their names? You can look back.
Wait, all 3? Or
yeah.
Just, okay. McKenna, Lori, and Hope.
Okay, so highlight those so that way we have the names so we know who we're talking about. And do you... Yeah, you can highlight them right here. Hope, McKenna, and Lori. Do you remember which 2 girls like the same boy?
McKenna and Lori.
So we can highlight McKenna and Lori so we know. Yeah, McKenna. And Lori. So who's the friend that's stuck in the middle between the 2 friends?
Hope.
Very good. And what's the problem that's stated at the end?
It's like kind of awkward, like between all.
Okay.
For Hope.
Okay. And why?
Because she doesn't like the same boy, and they're kind of like getting into a disagreement together.
Yeah. So we have Hope is stuck in the middle, and McKenna and Lori are the ones that aren't getting along. So they all used to be friends, correct? So what's happening at the very end of the story that's putting Hope in a difficult situation?
She's not like in the drama, like involved in it.
Yes, that's correct.
And she can't like deal with it any longer.
Yeah, and where does she want to go that she doesn't feel like she can go to at the end of the story because of the drama?
The movies?
Yeah, so we have the situation where Hope wants to go to the movies with both friends. She promised both of them, but those 2 friends aren't getting along. Who could Hope talk to in this situation to get help?
Maybe the boy.
Okay, so she could talk to Tommy. What might she tell Tommy? Is he a little difficult to talk to?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Tommy might be an individual who's a little bit difficult to talk to. Who's another person that Hope might be able to talk to?
Maybe the girls.
Yeah.
Maybe like you don't need to fight. Like it's fine, you know.
Okay, so we'll just take one of the girls for the scenario because obviously she could talk to both of them. Let's just say this one's McKenna. McKenna who liked Tommy, but Tommy doesn't like her back. What could you say? What could Hope say to McKenna in this situation? So she really wants McKenna and Lori to both go to the movies with her. But she knows right now, at this moment, they aren't getting along.
Probably aren't, like, hold a grudge forever, so it's, like, fine, you know? And it's not like they're gonna last, probably, so, because they seem young, right?
Yeah, they're in 6th grade, yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so I like where you're going with that. Unfortunately, we are getting a little bit close on time, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna wrap this up with you. Hi, baby. So with that solution that you're giving, so you would talk to one of the friends, and you're just kind of letting her know, what I'm hearing you say is that this is just a young crush, you know, it's probably not going to last forever, boys come and go. Okay, so we can continue working on this. If we're able to do another session, we will continue working on these kind of scenarios, because I see a lot of good things you're able to do. You're able to tell me in general what the problem is. I think what we'll continue working on is what kind of things you can say to peers, because I think that might be one of the most difficult things is what do you say to somebody your own age, because emotions get involved. So trying to work around that. Okay, so overall, I think we did a really great job. The first activity you excelled with. Again, you're able to give me whether it should be solved now or later, able to give me solutions, and you were able to tell me who to talk to, multiple people you could talk to, and you also gave me what you would say to them. And this is a new activity, and I like what we're doing so far with it. You're able to give me that summary, like I said, and you're able to identify the problem, which is really good. We've been working on that so far. And going into the future, we'll continue working on what are some things that you can say to peers when you come into, you know, a problematic situation. Okay, and I'm glad you were able to do this with me today. I know you're still not feeling 100%, so I really appreciate that you took your time out of your day to do this. We'll say goodbye to everyone. Bye. Thank you. All right, let's stop.